You're about to listen to the award-winning Stuart Pedasso Show. This show is for biologically and emotionally mature audiences. If you should not be here, please go away. We'll still be here when you're mature enough to partake. Mwah!
As usual.
Hey!
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Stuart Pedasso Show, the warm and toasty Stuart Pedasso Show. I'm Dave.
I'm Melissa. It is kind of warm and it's not over there. It's actually very comfortable in here right now.
The central air, the geothermal.
It's working nice.
It's working
Got a
nice.
little touch of a breeze through the window there.
Yeah. I'm actually the window's open to warm it up a little. Sometimes it's a little. It's like, damn, that's a lot. And it's not even set to that. It's not like set to like 50 degrees. I think it's set to 72.
Oh, that's what I have mine set to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but sometimes you go downstairs and there's icicles off your nose and like, I don't think this is 72, bruh. I don't. And that's where the thermostat is. So.
Oh, yeah. All right.
All right. There's this old folk just kicking it off, talking about the thermostat.
Talking about the weather. Oh my God, we are.
I need a sweater. So, well, let me give you some updates. I can give you a few things. Some of it we've talked about, some we haven't. I'll say this. Your friend finally got a hold of me about doing some graphic design.
Fabulous.
I have to answer her, which I need to do probably after we get done recording, because it's been sitting there and it's been like, okay, I got to, but these 8 other things have to get done.
But then all these other things have to happen, and then wait, there's beer, and then
there's always beer, but yeah. So that's So it's coming.
What you're saying.
And so looking for a graphic design person to do some stuff for Cool Cats for Change, and if you haven't been checking that out, you totally should. CoolCatsForChange.com. It's funny, there's no link from Stuart to Cool Cats because I've been waiting to get some kind of logo type thing, and that's taking forever.
Right.
I may have to just suck it up and do something shitty for now
until you can get the official.
I can get the official one. So I would say everything, you can get to everything from StuartPedasso.com, but not Cool Cats. Not yet. It should be soon. I hope, one way or another. So
you can do like a soft launch and then do like.
Well, it has been. Cool Cats has been going for 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Could be close to a couple dozen actions that you could do. Mostly
I did a recent one.
Yeah, I saw that. Me too.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, there's a couple things. Here's something if you really want to start getting into the heavy duty stuff. And yes, I said duty.
Because we're 6.
Yeah, I am. So September 17th in New York City is the March Against Fossil Fuels. And unfortunately, it's a Sunday, but I will be there. How I'm getting there is still up in the air. I tried to get quotes to charter a bus to start in Buffalo, stop in Rochester, and then Syracuse, and then go to New York. Take 40, 50 people. And every place I'm saying, don't have anything. And then this one bus company goes, hey, I see your itinerary. Here's what we got. How much would you think this bus costs?
You know what? I don't even know. I have no idea about buses.
Me either. I do now.
Okay.
To leave like late Saturday, to roll in Sunday morning, right? And then come back right after the action, let's say 6 o'clock at night, and come back. It was going to be $12,000. It's almost $300 a person. And I was like, we cannot do that. So I don't think there'll be a bus, at least not a Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse bus. And so I'm still figuring out how that's going to happen. Carpool.
Train.
We've looked into that. It's a weird schedule. It doesn't quite work out very well unless I plan on staying over for a day or two, which I'm trying not to. I'm already going to take a day off of school, which I'm not happy about, but because it's on a Sunday. But yeah, no. So there's that. If you're anywhere on the Eastern Coast or you have unlimited resources and can travel, you should check it out. I believe marchtoendfossilfuels.us, I think, is the website.
And what date is that again?
Sunday, September 17th.
Okay.
And then Saturday, November 4th, I just found out about this. I'm actually going to try to get my ass back to Washington, D.C.
Look at you.
Okay, let me explain. I'm going to tell you what it's for. You're going to be like, Dave? For the Black is Back Coalition, they do an annual thing at the White House trying to stick it to the man. And a lot of the focus is on anti-war. And I would go anyway, but a point was made when I heard about this. If you want to check out a podcast that's really pretty awesome, Clearing the Fog is pretty good with Margaret Flowers. And she was interviewing somebody about this and other stuff too. But, this person was saying, look, you have events, white folks have events, and they want black folks to come. Well, here's something that black folks are doing, and you should come.
You should come to this, too.
As opposed to like, no, this isn't for you, whitey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was like, yeah, I wanted to go anyway. But saying, yeah, you should come. Dude, I'm there, man. So that's in November, and it's a Saturday, so I'm trying to figure out how there will have to be an overnight one way or another. Mm-hmm. Either the day before or the day after, or staying after that night. So I'm just not sure which I'm going to get.
Is there trains to? Oh, there's got to be trains to DC. Probably not a direct, but
yeah, train. I might do that. I mean, I have a Prius, which is okay. It's not great, but so.
If you went with a few people and a couple people and people pitched in for gas,
and I just found out about this, so like I'm focused on the September one first,
right?
So yeah. And so those things are coming up, and Cool Cats for Change will have stuff about the Back is Black, Black is Back. Damn it, it's one of those two. Flip it to one of those. But we'll have information on Cool Cats coming up soon, because I just found out about it this week. So
I bet it's Black is Back.
Black is Back is Black. Yes, Black is Back. You're right. It is. Doesn't make sense the other way. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think it makes sense the other way.
Remember when I had my first beer?
Yeah.
It's an old Steve Martin line. And let's see what else. Oh, and just to let you know, I reached out. I was in touch with Jill Stein, and we're working on a way to get Cornell West into Rochester.
Fucking fabulous.
Working on it. It's not even a done deal. Not even close. I'm in the queue. I'm in the database. So that's how big presidential campaigns work.
I talked with at the MAG, I work with a lot of volunteers. I work with mostly volunteers, and most of the volunteers are senior citizen white ladies. That is the majority of them.
Sure.
Not everybody is, but the majority.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
When I'm a senior citizen white lady, I'll be doing things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So they've been doing so some of they've been there for like decades. Like some of these people have been there for decades, literally, like longer than I've been alive. But are
you saying they sat behind Monet in the third grade?
Exactly.
Okay, I could do that joke all day.
All day. So one of them I was talking to today was telling her about, because we were talking, she asked me, she looked at me like she's kind of quiet. She goes, do you like Biden? And I go, no, not really. And she's like, oh yeah, I don't really either. I really wish there was somebody young being in office. I'm just, she's a senior citizen herself, and she's like, she's like, I'm just tired of these old people running. Anyway, I told her about Cornell West. And then, so she was like, oh, so she got her phone out and looked him up right away and was like, she's like, oh, that, and I could tell. She was like, all right, he's not exactly young either, but he's
not
bright.
80.
He's not 80, and he'll have new ideas and bring, yeah. So she was kind of impressed. And I was like, all right, and we talked about it because, I know that both of us, for the most part, swing liberal. I think probably I'm more liberal than her, but we at least both swing the liberal way, so we can chat and not have it be weird or uncomfortable. Plus, we're adults, so if we disagree with something, which we have, we can act like mature adults and not be jerks about it.
But if she starts taking the cake off her head, it's going down. Just
anyway, so. Yeah, so she not she agreed that we need new blood, we need new ideas, we need new people, and she was reading about him, and she said if she couldn't remember for sure, but she was pretty sure that he was somebody who called out Kamala on something she said about slavery.
He might have,
and he I don't know. I didn't have a chance to look it up, but she's like, oh, I'm pretty sure it was him, and he was totally right. And she seemed like so stupid after that or whatever. Yeah, but yeah. So, but we talked about. I feel like it's okay. You know what? I already have had, I've heard it. We've talked about it. I've already had people, talk about no third party, no write-ins. It's so important. Blah, blah, blah. And I agree. It is really, really, really important. But fuck you. Please don't tell people how to vote. I don't like it. I don't. I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, okay.
If we're basically on the same side, just leave it alone.
So what do you mean don't tell people how to vote? I mean,
well, it's like, if you're like, I'm talking about somebody who else is also on the liberal side, like one specific person I have in mind who's definitely liberal, who is like super, but I think is like honestly a Biden fan, right? So, but they also are a person of color, so they have more writing on some things, I guess, than I do, but I'm a woman, so I feel like I have a lot of writing on stuff too. Mm-hmm. I feel like we both have things writing on stuff. And this person is not a woman, a man. And so while I understand like how they feel about it, and I would never tell them that they shouldn't feel the way they do, but I'm like, to get mad at me because I said I don't know that I'm not going to vote for somebody if there's somebody else better.
Right.
I'm just, I'm like, and I don't think it's fair for you to tell me that I'm not playing the game right if I don't do it right. I'm like, they need to put a better candidate out there.
Well, and
that's
again,
not my fucking problem.
And we talked about it. It's with the Electoral College, you have safe states, mm-hmm. and so, like, if you live in New York, you can safely vote for Cornel West. Yeah. And now, thanks to the almighty Democrats in our state, assuming we can get him on the ballot in New York, though he needs like 200,000 votes to get us back on a ballot status. That's how they do it now. So
he's so well known. I feel like there's a good chance that it might happen.
Right. So
that at least because. I don't want to jinx something because fuck, he could win. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We have no idea what's going to happen. Do I think he's going to win? I'm going to say more than likely no. But my hope is that one, it'll get Greens back on the ballot, which is really, really, really important. And two, I'm hoping that he brings up ideas that scare the Democrats into thinking they better shape up.
And if they say they're going to and use the steal the rhetoric, mm-hmm. right, and they don't do it, maybe that'll finally get some people out of their Stockholm syndrome.
Right, I know. So then, like, it's like I feel like sometimes people aren't seeing the bigger picture.
Dude, I'm back to. I literally before you got here, I saw a headline: some glacier broke in half in Alaska and flooded a city. Like
Jesus Christ.
Right. I mean, dude. The shit everyone's been saying is going to happen is happening.
It is. It's happening right now.
Maybe where you live, you don't have an iceberg flooding your town, but it's
But I bet it's been really hot where you live.
Yeah.
I bet it's been hotter than it's been in the past.
So anyway, yeah. So
my hydrangea bush is already in full bloom. It's a month early.
Oh, is it? I have no idea.
It's a month early.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah. Everything's all fucked up. Everything's all fucked up.
So there.
That's how I know the world's fucked up. My hydrangea should not be in full bloom.
I've been meaning to. I haven't had a chance to yet, but do we still have kids in cages?
I don't know about that, Dave.
Okay.
I
know Flint and the town in Mississippi, they still don't have clean water. So, I don't know what our Democratic president's waiting on with that one. That could be an executive order. I mean, if we can send billions to Ukraine for a proxy war, we can fix a city's fucking water supply that's been shitty for at least a decade that we've known about.
I thought it got better.
I don't know.
Oh, all right. I mean, I guess I could look at
I know Mississippi's hasn't, but maybe Flint's has. But I didn't hear about that. I'll look it up. Okay. But anyway,
there's still. Either way, there's still shit
I'm curious about.
There's shit. There's still. I realize that there are some. There are now some places. There are reservations in the United States that have like running water and street lights for the first time, ever. And that's happened during, there have been some things like good things like that have happened. But the fact that it took this long is like really fucking ridiculous.
Just taking a quick look, really quick. That's an old one. So, all right, there was something right on top. I would have.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Flint residents urged to filter water as bottled water donations end, and that was from January of 2023.
So yeah, I'm sure they have problems. I'm sure there's still some problems.
5 days ago, Flint reaches deadline for water service line replacement.
So yeah, still having problems.
Yep.
Still having problems.
So it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty basic water. That's kind of everybody needs it.
Fuck! God, everything pisses me off.
All right. So
I'm gonna have to have a beer after this delicious lime water.
So
now I got feelings, Dave.
Well, I'll tell you. So coming up soon. Well, first of all, let me just say. So we were going to have some guests on today.
We were. It's all right. We're cool.
It kind of fell apart. It was very interesting. I was looking forward to it, and now I really want to get them on
because it makes now we're even more curious.
Right. But we'll see.
I wish we could say more.
I know. Yeah, we could, but I'm trying not to be that guy.
No.
I'm really trying. So, but we'll still work on it. And so next week we'll have a show, and then we got to work something out because I'm actually going to South Carolina to see my lovely and talented daughter.
That's fabulous.
Yeah. It'll be nice, I guess. I've never been other than driving through it. So
yep, I've only driven through it as well. Yep.
And I was gonna try just to make a 10-minute pit stop at south of the border. Turns out it's not quite on the way. We don't quite come in that direction.
It's so tacky. It's so great.
I was hoping to.
I know it's the worst.
I literally hadn't been there in 40 years.
Oh, I only went there the one time.
Yeah, me too. That was at one time. It was before I was a teenager.
Oh, well, for me, it was like, I don't know, like 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah, so, I mean, the fact that it's still around, that's pretty cool. So, I mean, yeah, I was hoping we could, but I don't think it's going to happen, at least not this trip. But yeah, so it'll be the last day of summer school, and then I'll come home and sleep for a while, and we're leaving at like 2 in the morning. Right. Driving straight through.
Fabulous.
Yeah. My travel agent sucks. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, no, but that'll be neat. And actually, my wife asked me today, I didn't even think about this. Are you going to bring your stuff down and do a podcast with Julia? I was like, I hadn't thought of that. I mean, I have what I did when...
I mean, you could.
When Jaden was on, when I was in Arizona, I have that new mic that you can put in the middle and it records both. I mean, it does sound like you don't have this awesome audio quality that you're listening to right now. But it was still totally...
But it works.
It didn't sound any worse than some of the shows we did back in the day when we were recording at Eric's house and cats were chewing on cords. And at Jenna's house when the electricity was giving feedback, that humming sound.
Oh, I know so much.
Yeah.
So much crazy time.
Yeah, so, I mean, it didn't sound any worse than that. So I don't know, I hadn't thought about it. So we'll see. Maybe there won't be a show. Maybe we'll do one before I leave. Maybe we'll
figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So there's some stuff coming up. That'll be fun. And I'm sure I'll have some interesting stories. I want to try and make sure I have interesting stories.
Well, you have to go places and experience things.
Yeah, if I have to. I'm just going to bring a book.
Well, if you just stand there and just stare at each other, you're not going to fucking get anything. So you got to do things.
Well, it's Julia's birthday on Sunday. I think Sunday. And then and we're going to a show at the theater she works at. So I know we're doing that. And I assume we'll be doing something nice for dinner for her birthday. And then I don't know. I have no idea.
You know.
Well, the sights of Columbia, South Carolina.
Where y'all staying?
The Hotel Taft. No, I don't. That was for you. Thank you, Joey. No, I don't remember the name. My travel agent booked it.
Yeah. Meeting your wife?
Yeah. Okay. All I know, it's really cheaper. There was a huge discount because the pool is out of order. And like, did you want to go in the pool? She was like, no. All right, well, let's go.
I guess. All right. I guess that's a good
Half
one
off.
then.
That was
Half
it.
off, no pool.
Half off, no pool. Oh, darn. What will I do without my Speedos?
You can still wear the Speedos. No one says you can't.
That's true. To go get
just-
ice. I could be that guy.
Oh my God, that guy's a fun guy.
I would have to stuff my Speedos, man. I couldn't be out looking like that. I couldn't be out. No, I'd have to stuff. I have some pride.
I'm so dying.
I gotta have some, I mean, it wouldn't be a foil wrapped zucchini like on Spinal Tap.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't it be? I'm disappointed.
There's no metal detectors, but in a Speedo,
his pants were about as tight as a Speedo.
Right, but pants, you can't. You. There's no way you could do it in a Speedo. I mean, maybe a gherkin. I could put a gherkin in my Speedo. It could be the name of the show.
I think it should fit.
Which I will need to look up how to spell gherkin. I think there's an H in there.
It's Gherkin, I
I want to
believe.
misspell it like Cornell. Dumb bastard.
I know.
I'm the dumb bastard.
Yeah,
I
you
was.
are.
Yes, I'm not. Well, no, that was just on me. I wasn't calling anybody a name. Just me. All right. So now I got to write myself a note. Get gherkins.
Get gherkins.
Honey, why are you bringing pickles with us? Shut up.
I feel like that's a shirt. Get gherkins. Get gherkins.
So that'll be neat. Maybe, yeah, no, I didn't think about that. Okay, so Julia's boyfriend is a musician. He teaches music and he does music things outside of school too. So he does music. Well, he played percussion for the Rochester Philharmonic when he was here.
Oh, that's fabulous.
As he also worked in the ticket office. That's how they met. But he also was a percussionist. So he
Do you
does
know what he
things.
does? His specialty is? Does he have a specialty?
I don't know if he has a specialty. All I know is that he's big on the marimba. But I don't think the RPO has a marimba. So I think that's his extracurricular.
I don't even know what a marimba is. I won't lie.
Okay.
Do you?
Yeah, it's an African-based instrument that I don't know how to describe it, but I know the sound.
Okay.
I
Is it a drum?
It's it's a drum. I mean, if you really want to go like old school, it's like gourd based. Made out of, if I remember right, I think. And someone's gonna go, Dave, you're an idiot, but that could be it. But I mean, like the old, like before it got like official. And it's funny because I was just watching something the other night. If you're, pardon me for being this geek about this, but if you were a Neil Peart fan. And his big, huge drum setup. For the last at least 10 years, he had an electronic marimba. It was this strip of like pads that looked like almost like an electric drum kit kind of, and it made marimba sounds.
So it was pretty fancy.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And it's what he did with it.
I mean,
it was Neil Peart, right? You sure that's how you say it? I think I know. I don't know. See what else? Here's personal news.
Tell me.
This is. I don't know if I told you this. So at the end of this month, I will be going back to school.
Oh, you did not tell me this news.
Yeah.
This is exciting, or not exciting, or maybe
it is. No, it is and it isn't, because it's kind of fucking silly. But it's just the way our society is with bureaucracy and stuff. I am going back. So I'll tell you I'm taking one class at a time for now. Probably 2 classes next summer because I need 12 credit hours. So starting in August, I will be taking Sign Language 101, the beginning sign language.
You're gonna ace that shit.
Yeah, pretty much. So for those who don't know, I've been fluent for a long time. It's a long story how I've learned sign, but I've been fluent. I've
Cool story.
interpreted and I'm not a certified interpreter, but I've done many big gigs kind of thing.
You've done some gigs.
I've done some gigs.
You know what you're doing.
And when there's been times where people are like, the interpreter didn't show up. Does anybody know sign language? I've actually had Joe Morelli, who's now a congressman. He was a state assemblyman at the time, goes on the microphone, "Is Dave here?" Fuck, thanks, Joe.
Joe Morelli called you out. That's hilarious.
I ended up getting paid.
Is Dave here?
Because he thought he saw me because I kind of stand out.
Yeah.
And he knows I signed because of my protesting in his office.
I'm sorry. That's so funny. I'm going to go.
So, yeah. So it was at the program, the place I work now, it's a small program. And New York State has a requirement. You need a year of foreign language to graduate. It didn't used to be that way when I was in school. I don't know about you. 'Cause you're a little younger, but not
right.
much,
If you wanted to have what's known as the Regents,
okay,
which is a New York State only thing. It's basically just extra tests, slightly harder than the regular ones. So if you wanted a Regents, you had to have 3 years of a language.
Okay.
So
All right. Well,
and I don't even know if it's 3 years. Oh no, you needed to have. Oh no, I'm sorry, I was wrong. You needed to either have 5 credits of music, which had to include a specific music class, which is why I didn't get that. 5 credits of art, which I did get, or 3 credits of a language.
okay.
And I did 2 credits of French, and then I didn't do French 3 because I barely passed French 2. So I knew becoming an artist was a better choice.
Sure.
So I did that.
So,
it was music theory. You had to take music theory, which is a lot of math and shit, and I didn't want to do that.
okay. So, this program, you got to have the one class to graduate, right? And we don't have any language teachers in our program. So if somebody came into our program and wanted to graduate from our program and not eventually go back to their home school, there is this online thing that we use, and it's horrible. It's really not cool, but you got to jump through those hoops if you want that credit to graduate. So
For what language?
whatever languages they have an ASL one because I'm helping some kids get through it over summer school, and it's really not fun. It's not cool. But I know there's also Spanish, and I assume there's other languages as well.
Probably
I don't know
Spanish and French are
yeah.
simple.
So I said, I've taught at the high school level when I was in the city school district here in Rochester. I've taught sign language, and it was 4 credit back in the day when they weren't as strict with this. And I was told, well, yeah, but now if you're not certified, the kids won't get high school credit for it.
Oh.
So I was like, okay. So we looked up what I needed to do. I need 12 credit hours, and then I have to take this test, which I could take the test now and ace it. That's not the problem. But I was like, okay.
You have to have the credit.
But I have to have the credit hours. So I looked it up. I'm going to Monroe Community College, our local CC, and I'm going to start with Sign Language 1. And then in the spring, I'm going to do Sign Language 2. And then in the summer, I'll do Sign Language 3 in a deaf culture class, which in theory, I can do both at the same time. 4 classes. See if I can get some reimbursement from my district. We'll see. I'm still new there, so I don't know if I'm eligible yet, but it'd be nice if I could. And then...
should.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So who knows? Bureaucracies are. You got to go by the same way I got to have this stupid piece of paper, even though I've already taught the class.
Okay, so if you have that piece of paper, so you teach that at another place?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can take it elsewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's because my principal, who I will say, I don't think I can get fired for this. I adore. She's awesome. I love working for her. She said, "Oh, you should totally do this, David. You'll be more marketable." And I'm like, "Are you trying to get rid of me? What do you mean? I don't want to be marketable. I want to stay here." And she was like,
Right.
"No, you know what I mean."
Yeah, but she's right. Yeah,
Okay,
totally.
seriously, dude, if she leaves, then I will look somewhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll see who takes her place, but look, if you've been listening to this show for all these years, I've been bouncing around. I counted up, I'm over 10 different schools now throughout my career. And I'm old, but still, 10's a lot, right? And kind of like apartments. Kind of. And so,
So you're hoping this one sticks for a while.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
And you like the principal, so
I
you
like
like your
the principal.
boss. I mean, and you don't always get to like your boss.
Right. And
yeah,
honestly,
so it's special.
right now, in this summer school, I'm not liking my job. It's very tough. It's been a very tough summer. And actually, people who have been there for a while have said, this isn't the normal summer school. It's usually way more laid back. I mean, my homeroom class, who I have for 3 different things a day, they may have set the summer school record for most suspensions in the summer.
What do you think is it the kids are acting out? Is it
no,
or what's going on?
just luck of the draw, right?
Okay.
They're almost all of them are brand new. They're coming into this summer school, getting used to the program for the fall, and they are all just severely traumatized, like textbook stuff.
Yeah.
And
so as a teacher, you recognize.
Plus they talk about it a lot, even when you don't want them to, and it's
that's hard.
Yeah, and it's like we're at a point now where it literally starts before I say good morning to them in the hall, and they're triggered and they're flipping out. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
You're like, hey, good morning, Susie.
This is bullshit.
You're like, okay, Sue.
Okay.
Just trying to say hi.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so I want to stay, but things can change, and I think at some point there's not a lot of, at least that I know of, as much shittiness trying to teach social studies, because I teach, as I've talked about here, and I talked about on FDR's Wheelchair, the other podcast I was on a couple of weeks ago. If you're going to teach the truth, it makes people mad. Mm-hmm. It makes the people who are well established and who don't want they can't
handle the truth.
Right, they can't handle the truth. Mm-hmm. So it might help me get out of that and keep teaching and doing something I do like. I do enjoy ASL, and I appreciate that it's not my culture. Mm-hmm. So I do walk that line, and I do it in a way. When I teach my classes, I do it in a way that's very respectful of deaf culture, and I realize that I'm a hearing person, and by all means, if there was a deaf person who wanted to teach the class, I would bow out. Mm-hmm. But there's not just people in general to teach, so it's not like and I think my standing in the deaf community here in Rochester, well, I'm not famous in the deaf community. There are people who know me, and I think I've seen as like someone who respects the deaf community, and I'm not just trying to make money off of it or something.
Right.
So, yeah. So this is cool. So anyway, I'm going back to school.
Yay!
So I was telling somebody earlier, and he was like,
"That's great. I'm happy for you.
You're doing it remote, right?" And I was like, "No, actually, I'm not. I'm going. It's gonna be on Monday nights. Gonna at least for the fall."
Where are the classes?
Sorry, this is a local thing. The Brighton campus.
Oh, okay.
Not downtown.
Yep.
It's just where it is.
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe I'll bump into Sean.
Maybe you will.
Maybe. Who works there? Let me see. What else?
What does he work? He works in the video.
He's I don't know if it's called IT, because I don't know how much computer stuff he does, but anything that has to do with the infrastructure around video and
videography things.
Well, he does videography as well for them, but he also makes sure that classrooms have what they need in terms of smart boards, and it can hook up to whatever it's got to hook up, and so it's kind of within the IT.
So it's IT,
parameter,
but it's video
like
focused.
the AV club kind of.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I wonder was he in the AV club? We'll have to ask him. I don't know if we ever asked him that question. I bet we did.
I have to stalk him. In fact, I'm thinking next Friday I might do happy hour at a certain brewery, because sometimes he goes there, and I keep saying, "Dude, I need to have a beer with you. I got to talk to you about something," and he keeps going, "Yeah." And nothing happens.
Well, I saw. Yeah, lots of love to the Scanlon family. So if you don't remember our friend Sean, who's been on the show, I would tell you go listen to the old shows, but you can't. Unless you're a Patreon, unless you're a Patreon subscriber, and then you can listen to some old shows, which I have to post some old shows. He was a co-host for a while, for like at least a year or so. Year or two,
something like that. He and his wife Renee, they take in cats with disabilities. And
so they're pretty much heroes.
Yeah, and they have. I think at some point they have reached double digits, but I think they're where they cruise at is 8. Mm-hmm. And they have networks like literally all up and down the eastern coast, and they have traveled to go get a cat with a disability. So mm-hmm. I bring this up because this month they've had 3 pass away. Yeah. So it's been a tough month there in the kitty land there. Yeah.
So our love to the Scanlons and the Bubble Gang.
Yep. And then there's my cat who just won't stop puking all over the place. But
oh my God.
Whatever. That's my problem, not yours.
Cats are fun.
Okay, I won't make this about cats for too long. I'm sorry, but
I mean, I like cat. We can talk about cat. I don't have one, but I like them.
I think Artemis is
A weirdo?
I think she's just eating too much.
Huh.
Yeah. I think
So
she's
you
just...
usually don't find that with cats. Usually they eat what they want and then they're like, hey,
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, they're
That's-
like, meh.
I don't know what's going on. But anyway, it's fine. It's no big deal. So she's fine. She was just at that. She's been checked up. She's fine.
She's fine.
Yeah.
She's a weirdo. She's still a weirdo.
Yes. So other than a gherkin in my Speedo, I guess that's about it. I'm going back to school. School's okay. I got 2 more weeks of summer school. It's going to be a rough 2 weeks, but
So do you have any, so you have some time off. So you have a little bit of vacation.
well, I guess technically the trip to South Carolina is on my vacation, although it's not, to me, is not going to feel very vacation-y. I think it's going to be, one of those, because you're driving there and back.
Yeah, so it's going to be
Kind of a Clark Griswold kind of thing.
Yeah, if you were flying or taking a train or something else, you're just chilling.
And then coming back, and then after we get back, I think I got about a week, which is cool. That's fine. Get some stuff done around the house and chill out.
I know, because that's what we do when we're old people. We don't go anywhere. We just get stuff from. Oh, we're also when you don't have a ton of money.
Well, yeah, you don't have a ton of money, and my wife has to work, so
It's not like you're.
yeah.
Come on, honey, let's just go. Let's just get crazy.
Yeah, we haven't
Get
done
into
that
the
kind of
electric
thing.
car and go.
Yeah, we haven't done that. That's not really what we do.
We don't do that because honestly, that is not my husband. My husband is a planner. He doesn't mind us. Like if there was like, if it was like a surprise where like I had everything ready to go and like, yep, everything's packed, we're going. He'd probably be cool with that. But if he has to do anything involving it, no, he has to be. Don't spring on him like, hey, let's go to a blah 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 today. What? No.
Let's go drive on any interstates that are even numbered or something like that.
Yeah, let's just do something crazy like that, and we'll stop at a dive diner looking
Stuckey.
place.
Yeah.
It's like no, we can plan that for another day.
That's fair.
It's okay. I mean, and I'm the opposite. I'm like, hey, you have a great idea. Let's because that's me. It's fine. We make things work.
Yeah.
I just know that I can't just do. We can do things. There just has to be a plan.
Generally a plan. Like the trip to Michigan a couple months ago was generally planned, but we kept it open and
I will literally, if somebody comes home and says, hey, do you have this weekend off? Yes, I do. Get your shit together. We're going over to New York for a couple of days. I'm driving. All right, let's go.
I have the money. Yeah,
like,
that's
if
probably
I
the
can't.
big prohibited
Right.
thing stopping it right now. Is probably just
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but I would absolutely 100% do that. If I had the money and I can do it, I'm like, yep, let's get it. Let's do it. But that's me.
well, yeah. But now you got to worry about the dog. Like I got to worry about the cat.
I know I can't just
Oh my
do that.
God! Just trying to get this cat fed while we're gone. Jesus, we got it. It's taken care of. But oh my.
Oh, I would have done it for you.
Yeah, but then my mother comes in and then
Oh, Connie's taking care of the kitty.
yeah, I love my mom, but
We love Connie. Connie, we love you.
she's awesome. But
She is.
She can be.
She could be a mom.
She's a planner too. Let's put it that way. She's a big planner. She's all about the planning.
The plans.
Yeah,
Let's have the plans.
right. Like, Mom, it's okay. It's fine. We got it. But what about? No, we got it.
It's okay.
It's okay.
But we love her. She's so great.
Oh no, my mother's awesome. She's like my hero. So
She's like my hero too.
yeah. All right. Well, I mean, really, I don't think there's anything else too special. Looping back to the people who were supposed to be our guests today. I have to create graphics so we can be there. We've signed up to be an affiliate of lovebirdvibe.com.
Mm-hmm.
And so they also offered to have us review a thing or two. So time-wise, are you feeling
Sure.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll I haven't.
Link me in.
All right. Well, I'll reach out. Let me get the graphics done first, and I'll get them put up on the website, and then I can go to them. Hey, we're helping you out. We're ready. We can
We're ready
review
to go.
stuff. So then give me like a week, and I'll see what happens. What they say.
All right.
And I actually haven't talked about it with my wife yet.
You probably want to do that at some point.
No, I do. I definitely want to. I'm trying to find the right
moment to say it.
It's not the same like when we were doing it before.
Well, yeah, it was a whole different. It's a different relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been married for 10 years now. I saw because that came up that
Yes.
you had your
Oh,
10-year
yeah, it
anniversary.
was. It was our 10-year anniversary.
So congratulations
Thank
for
you.
that.
Yeah,
10
this
years.
past week. That's right. That didn't even make the list.
Ah,
It was
but I
so
remember.
low key. It was.
I'm sure.
We
sure.
actually
It's
had
fine.
plans.
It's fine.
We got married 10 years ago at our local AAA affiliate baseball stadium right before a game.
It was so much fun.
And it really went well. And
Such a great way.
And again, I'll try to at some point of the old show will be posted at on our Patreon. But we had thought about doing a 10-year thing, not quite as many people, like maybe only 50, doing it again this year. But again, it was really about money, and it was still would have cost like $5,000, and it's just not something we have laying around because we have new windows getting put in. I think October that really needs to get done, and we're still trying to figure out.
You can do it at 11. You can go 11 because we couldn't quite do it for 10.
Yeah, something like that. So I'll say this. Also, the day before that was our 11th.
11th?
Well, you know what? I'm going to get a beer.
Okay.
So sing a tune or something.
Sing a tune for you?
While I look at something else.
Oh, no. I don't know what I'm supposed to say about it. But Dave's going to have a beer.
Right. So, I thought there was a date on here. There's no date on here. Didn't you get one of these?
Let me see. What does this say?
I had refrigerator magnets made for people who helped.
There's no place like home. Oh, yeah. I remember these.
Yeah. I thought I had a date on there. But anyway,
doesn't.
the day before our wedding
when Bella was here.
is our 11th. This was our 11th year anniversary here at Dickoff Studio. Because we moved in on the 2nd, and then we got married like a year and a day after we moved in here.
Oh, I'm just seeing because I'm thinking about Bella.
Oh, one of the other kiddies, yeah.
Yeah, she was so cute.
So, yeah, it was my anniversary. So we went to dinner. It was just real low key, just around here too. It was nothing super. We went to Winfield's.
It feels fine.
It was fine, yeah. And again, we thought there was another place we've been to before that's more fancier that we really liked, but we were like, it's way on the other side of town, and money, and we'll just go around the corner.
What other place were you thinking about?
Arrgh, I forgot the name of it,
okay.
But I know exactly where it is. It's on Buffalo Road, and
okay.
I just can't remember the name of it.
I'm not going to know.
It's something Italian.
I don't know the West Side very well, anyway.
Yeah. So I was gonna. So the only other thing I really had, other than that, I guess we could just kind of quickly, if we want to start talk about this indictment thing. I know it's going down, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't not care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking up brain space with it.
Gotcha.
I mean, do I want dude to be in jail? Of course I do. He should be in jail. The cynical part of me says a rich guy actually doing time. I'll believe it when I see it.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be awesome if he does.
So I think he's at 74 counts now.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to figure some of these going to stick, and some of they're even one of these. Some of these counts are already 10 or 20 years. So.
Mm-hmm. So, and the thing is, usually, the people with the most money can hire the best lawyers. And this fucking ass clown just seems to go the opposite. He seems to hire the worst lawyers.
He can't. From what I hear, people don't want to work for him.
His lawyers are literally going on news shows and like admitting the shit he's done.
I know. I saw that.
How fucking stupid! What law school did you go to? I didn't go to law school, and I know not to do that. So it's just bizarre. So I hope he, I hope he goes to jail. Right, but I'm just not spending my time paying attention to it.
Well, I mean, we're at 74. I believe the number is 74. We're at 74 counts now. Let's just say I'm right. And then he's got, I don't know how many counts he'll get for the Georgia voter shit that he pulled. No, that haven't even happened yet. And so that's going to happen. It's like, I'll believe it when I see it too, because I don't want to get my hopes up too high, because I don't fucking trust anybody at this point. I don't, but.
I mean, if this was like 16th century or 18th century France, they'd just take his head off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he'd be dead already. So, and if this was France, we would have all rebelled and like taken down the patriarchy and everything and the peoples, because that's what they do in France. They're kind of badass like that.
I almost bought. Well, it's not a beret. I don't know what it is. It's kind of beret like. It's not exactly a beret, but it's round and it. See, you're already laughing. Oh no, I already look. I asked, do you think I could pull this off? And my wife just went, no.
No, you cannot. Put that back.
Put it back. It was at the Puerto Rican festival yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You said French, and I just thought
like,
beret.
I almost bought a beret. Like the Puerto Rican festival.
Like a Puerto Rican beret. I don't know what to call it.
I don't know.
It's not a beret. But
it's not a beret. It's something that Puerto Rican people wear, I guess.
Well, no, it's other people wear it too, of other persuasions, but this had like the Puerto Rican flag on it.
Oh, okay.
Right. And yeah, but no. Anyway.
That would have been hilarious.
I don't know. I said, what do you think? And she's like, no, just stop it. Go get a
Did you eat that fish dish you like there?
Yeah, I had bacalito yesterday.
Yeah. I can't say. I know it starts with a B.
Yeah, it was, as usual, they used like about 1.5 pounds of salt. Mm-hmm. I could do a little less salt, but no, it was good. I had that and some rice and beans, and that was it. And just as getting old now, that really filled me up. I felt that all night. Like I felt like I ate.
Well, rice and beans alone.
And it wasn't even a lot either. It wasn't like a huge ass.
It doesn't
plate.
have to be a lot. No. It's rice and beans that fills you up.
No, it was cool. I didn't see like it. We didn't stay long. It's a long story. I was there to meet somebody actually to talk activism. Oh, someone, Mercedes, who's been on the show before.
Oh, okay.
To meet her, and we just got our
paths crossed.
We didn't get to meet, and so we went and had dinner and walked around, and it was relatively early, so anybody who I knew wasn't going to be there yet, and Eve didn't want to stay, so we left. So I spent a lot of money for a very little amount of time. It's a little bum, but I got my bacalao and I got rice and beans,
which is the thing you do.
That's what I do. It's my thing. Every year.
Every year you go there?
There's places in town where I could get that all year round, but that takes effort. And here I just go. I know it's there.
I'm gonna get it.
It's my annual thing. I'm not supposed to be eating that much of that shit anyway.
I know that's why I thought partly why you did it.
Yeah,
because it was just your once a year thing. Because you're not supposed to eat that shit.
Right.
Oh, what was I talking? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the indictment.
I'm sorry. Wow, we went from the indictment to France to berets to the Puerto Rican festival. That was nice. That was sweet.
Look at us doing things. So the indictment. God, that guy's such a fucking asshole. So of course, so you know that he was threatening them. He posted on his Truth Social, "If you come after me, I'll come after you." And he went to a fundraiser in Alabama and was saying that Jack Smith was deranged and crazy and like all this other stuff.
But he does differently.
And yeah, but you're not supposed to do that. He's in trouble for it. So the judge presiding over the insurrection case is a woman from Jamaica. And I was watching a podcast about, and a guy was talking about that he had worked with her and said how amazing she was. And he said she is no nonsense. And it appears to be absolutely 100% correct. She is no nonsense.
Well, and he's all about the nonsense.
I know. She ain't going to have it. And she's in charge. You know they're going to try to get her recused from this case.
Well, unless she has a previous association, you can't get a judge removed just because you don't like her.
But he's probably going to try.
Oh, well, yeah, he's an idiot. Of course he is.
Yeah,
he is that.
He's going to do whatever he can to hold it up.
Oh yeah, of course. That's he's done.
That's how he does it. That's what he does.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing. Look, you can't be okay. Seriously, now it's been a good 8-10 years of him being in politics, right? You can't be surprised by anything this clown's going to do. Nothing. He will say whatever pops into his head. Let's talk about no planning. You know, good Lord, I hate to be on a road trip with that fucking clown.
Oh, jeez.
Right. No, but I mean, no planning. It's just whatever pops out of his mouth. And just understanding how he grew up and like who his dad was. I mean, you totally see this. I won't even say he's a psychopath. He was just raised by fucking asshats, and he really thinks he's not touchable. Yeah. That he's like something in a different class of people than the rest of us unwashed. I mean, it's for reals. It's not like it's not even Machiavellian. He really just feels that he's just not one of us. That he doesn't have to play by the same rules. And in this country, a lot of times rich don't.
It is, yeah, it's true, but
he's like extra.
Yeah, he thinks he's even more extra. Well, I mean, there's so many things I hadn't even thought about, and then now that it's looking really bad, now that it's actually starting to look bad for him, and I was watching the guy that was the lawyer that was talking about Judge, is it Chutka?
Dude,
I'm trying to remember how to say her name. I think it's Chutka. It was on was it Brian Tyler Cohen podcast? It's on YouTube. Anyway, he was talking about how this guy he was interviewing was actually there in DC, and he said Trump looked already like just like almost already defeated, like he almost already knew. And then she was giving like, this is when this is going to happen. You have this much time to do this. You have this much time to do this. This is going to happen by this date. We will have a trial by, was it August 25th? We will have a trial date. Like, do you understand? Like, he said he looked like, what? So...
Yeah, he's not used to being told no. Not used to.
And she called him Mr. Trump instead of Mr. President. And it pissed him off. Like, she don't have to call you nothing. She can call you what she wants.
Yeah, that is a weird thing. And I know comedians have made jokes about that. How you get called that like after Bobcat Goldthwait's old one when Oliver North went to testify in front of Congress, and he had already been thrown out of the military, and he showed up with his uniform on. He's like, I don't go tooling around with my Burger King uniform on. So yeah, comedians could do that shit all the time on stuff like that. But yeah, I guess I do it too. I guess if I bumped into somebody who was in office, I would still call him congressman or something like that.
Yeah, you probably would. Because it's just I guess it's what you say.
I had somebody once say to me, I think it was with Bush.
I mean, even if you're a retired general, you're still probably people are still going to call you general.
Yeah, like, and I don't really care. I like some people. I had somebody say to me once, "Hey, you might not like G.W. Bush, but respect the office." And I don't either. I don't respect the office either because I know the history. I know that it's all shit anyway. But I mean, it's like pick your battles. Is that really your battle? Like, could you call somebody Mr. something instead of congressman who's not really a congressman anymore? I don't give a fuck. I'll call you Your Highness if you want.
If you're going to really make a big deal. Yeah, but I don't know.
I got other fights to do, man. That's not the hill I'm dying on.
I just love that this judge is just, and then, he said all that bullshit on, and now she's like, now he's in trouble for that. They have to come up with something on Monday. What was it? God damn it! Can't think of the word now. I worked all day. I'm tired.
A brief?
No, because he was saying stuff.
Right at the.
He was saying stuff on Truth Social and stuff, and regarding the case and stuff. So he was supposed to not. I don't know. He's supposed to shut the fuck up, and he's not shutting the fuck up. Well, whatever the word is, because I can't think at the moment.
Legally, it's shut the fuck up.
I think it is really just shut the fuck up.
But it's in Latin.
Right.
Right. Whatever Latin is for shut the fuck up.
For shut the fuck up. Yeah. That is what and then they have to come up with a plan for him shutting the fuck up, I think, on Monday.
The shut the fuck up plan.
Yep.
Of 2023.
Yep.
It's the famous.
So that's what he has to do. And they're already going, but we can't possibly come up with a plan for him to shut the fuck up by Monday. And she's like, yes, you will come up with a plan for him to shut the fuck up on Monday. That's what happened.
How about we'll shut the fuck up? That's a plan. Take his
He
phone
just
away.
like he.
Take his phone
I know,
away.
like he cannot not act like a toddler. Like he's a Gemini. He gives us Geminis a bad name. Like I realize I am loud and stuff, and sometimes I probably don't know when to shut the fuck up. But I am definitely better than that. Most definitely.
Okay, this is
But that should go without saying.
all right. So who? Well, I know you know this. So what famous people have shared your birthday?
Of course, you know that I know this.
Well, it sounds like a you thing.
I do.
don't mean that.
I
in a
totally
bad way.
do. Yes. Johnny Depp.
Oh, see, okay, you got. Even though I'm not a huge fan, but okay, yeah.
Johnny Depp. Michael J. Fox.
Oh, okay.
Cole Porter.
Jesus.
Oh my God, what's his Ben Stiller's father. Jerry Stiller.
Jerry Stiller.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know who I got?
Tell me.
Leon Spinks. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Is that a boxer?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, boxer, right?
Yeah.
I remember that guy.
He had no teeth.
Yeah.
No teeth in front. Yes.
My son has Barack Obama.
That's it, though. That's all I got. You think I get somebody
Yeah.
else, right? No.
I bet there's somebody else. You just haven't figured it out yet.
Leon Spinks.
Just Leon Spinks.
And people wonder why I'm sad.
I know, but I mean, I have Johnny
not.
Depp, and he's kind of a douche.
I'm just whatever. Hey, man, I'm fine with Leon Spinks. That, to the best of my knowledge, I don't know. I mean, I don't know him. I don't know anything.
Hey, I mean, he's
like.
just like a sports dude. You can talk sports dude stuff with him. And, you know, he's kind of. You have the same birthday. You can just say that. Like,
well.
hey, we have the same birthday, dude.
Wonder if he had his teeth fixed. I mean, I know someone that could hook him up.
You should look him up. I wonder if he is still alive.
Leon Spinks. No, I'm saying if he doesn't have, if he's still missing his front teeth, I got somebody, man.
Oh, was he missing his front teeth?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
From boxing, I assume.
You know, wouldn't it be funny if it wasn't?
Like it was just like he lost them when he was like a teenager, like in a random like fell off his bike, like a total normal thing that kids do.
He was like, I don't have any teeth. Fuck it, I'm gonna take up boxing.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck it. It'll be a good explanation for why I don't have teeth.
Oh shit! No, he died in 2001.
Oh,
okay. Well, now he really doesn't have any teeth. Well, I'm not hooking him up now. Jesus, not gonna do any good. What? Dude, all right, look.
I can't.
When I die, feel free. Just whatever you got to do, whatever.
Oh, you know, the jokes will be flowing.
Speedos, whatever
the jokes will be flowing.
I would expect nothing less.
I know, and honestly, when I die, I really hope the same. I really hope people talk about that I was funny. I mean, funny and smart, maybe kind. Maybe those things, but funny mostly. You know what I don't want to be? I don't want to be the person that lights up a room.
What the hell does that mean? We turn you into a lamp? What is that? What are you talking about?
No, but you know, okay, so you don't watch. Yeah, but anytime you watch any shows that somebody dies young and, you know, and they're sad and like, you know, when that person came, they lit up a room. You never hear
you
that?
mean when they're alive?
Yeah, when they're alive.
Oh, yeah, I
light up a room.
I don't light up a room. I do not light up a room.
I don't think I light up a room either.
I slink into a room. I go in the corner.
I go into a room and see if there's a dog there. That's really how I go into a room. Is there a dog here?
We go into different rooms. We definitely go into different
Oh
rooms.
yeah, I mean I go into the room where the dog is. Yeah. So that's where I want to be. I don't really want to be with the other people.
I tend to go into the rooms where there's foolishness happening.
Or food.
But that's my own personal.
Because I do like to eat.
Okay. So you go into the kitchen a lot is what I mean.
Yeah, or wherever the food is.
Okay.
The food, or if there's a dog, I go where the dog is. But more than likely, I'm going to go to the dog first. More than anything.
Or the room where the dog's looking for food. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Because the dogs do that. If there's food in a room, usually the dog will be hanging out.
But sometimes when you're at a party, they put the dog in a specific room. The dog can't leave that room. Right. So then you go into that room, and you just hang out with the dog in that room.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then sometimes there's barely anybody else in that room, so then you can really just hang out with the dog, and you're like, fuck these people.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And then you're like, right, Sam? Right. Fuck these people, Sam. Let's hang out.
Yeah, with my luck, I would do that, and the dog would be like, well, who the fuck are you, dude? The dog
Like
wouldn't
just
want anything
starts
to do with
barking
me.
at you. And
Or just goes to the other corner and just sits
Like,
down,
sits
starts
there,
licking his balls or
stares
something.
at
And I'm
you.
like, oh, damn. I guess I might as well go into the party. I'll go into the room with the coats then. Stare at the coats. Fucking dog. Can't even do that in my house because if you come to my house, the cat will hide. So unless you plan on hanging out behind the couch, you're not hanging out with the cat.
I have fallen asleep in the coat room before.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's cliche, but that's cool.
Yeah. I was tired. I was at the party and I was tired. So I was like, I'm going to go sleep for a little bit in the coat room.
It wasn't a coat room. It was the room where they had the coats, right?
Yeah, but it was all the coats.
Right.
So it was the coat room.
Like on
in
a
that
bed.
room. Like on a bed. Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
there was things in there. I'm like, I'm going in this
Not
room.
like
with
the closet. You didn't go into the closet.
No.
Oh, okay.
That would be a really weird place
That's what
to
I'm
go to
saying.
sleep.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was clarifying.
Though it was a
'Cause you said
big
the
enough
coat room.
room, I guess I could. Be pretty tired or drunk.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to talk about places where we've slept when drunk. We're not getting into that.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
No. You know who you are? No.
No. All right.
All right. So, yeah, we'll be back next week. I really want to have a guest on. I
That'd be
have
cool.
somebody in mind, and but we'll see because I haven't asked that person yet. I don't know if our other new friends are gonna figure out that they want to come on.
I think they do.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying.
Yeah.
It's interesting how some folks think that this is a big deal, and other people we don't rank enough. Like Chad will say, "No, Henry Rollins wants nothing to do with you because we're not big
Because we're
enough."
nobody. We're nobody.
Right, but other people are like terrified because it's scary to come here on the Stuart Pedasso show.
And it's really not a big deal.
I need like the middle ground. that's what
It's like we're just hanging out, talking,
Right.
drinking a beer if you want one.
Right.
That's all we're doing.
I mean, in this case, we were just gonna hang out and talk about sex toys.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
That's what you do. Like,
Right.
I don't know what the big deal is.
I would
Sorry.
think if okay.
It's gonna be a fun show when we make this happen. It'll be a fun show. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah. All right,
be a
we're
good
gonna
time.
go.
Yeah.
So we'll be back next week. I'm hoping to have a guest, one way or another, and hope you have a good week. If you haven't started fighting the fight, think about start fighting the fight, and if you've already been doing it,
We'll just keep doing it.
keep doing it.
Yeah.
And
We gotta do it.
See you in New York and or DC. All right, peace out.
Ciao.
Did your parents plan to have a kid whose existence revolved around other people's glory? You actually waste hours of your life every week watching sports on TV. Well, just don't risk your time, health, and will to live. It's time to go all in, cowboy. That's why there's Draft Hole.
Draft hole.
It's not gambling. Okay, it's gambling, but it's gambling on manly football, where guys aren't scared to walk around naked in locker rooms, unlike you. Pick your lineup against geeky Poindexters who you teased in high school, and lose. But what do you care? You have something to talk about with the other guys who lost their rent money playing Draft Hole.
Draft hole.
Get over to drafthole.biz and win untold riches. Drafthole.biz. We wouldn't lie to you.